Several fire districts in southern Idaho are going back to the voters this November for levy increases. The districts say they need the money to improve response times that are only getting worse because of growth. Abby Davis, we've already detailed how this is happening in Canyon County again, but now more fire chiefs in the Treasure and Magic Valley say a levy election is their only option.
Brian, they say state legislation passed in 2021 hamstrung districts' finances, leaving them with no choice but to ask taxpayers for help if they want to keep up with demand.
We got the funding to build it and to equip it with impact fees.
But Star Fire Protection District Chief Greg Tominski
We got the plans all drawn and
says the district can only staff its new station if most voters say yes to its permanent levy in November. It's a similar story for the Middleton Rural Fire District, where Tominski is also chief.
And we have another building in Middleton that we're going to remodel and turn into a full-time fire station, but we need the funding from the people.
Middleton property owners would pay roughly $62 per $100,000 of taxable assessed value. Star property owners would pay roughly $45 per $100,000. Tominski says they need the stations up and running if they want to improve response times.
Try to keep our response times at 5 minutes or less. And every year we're increasing our response times by over a minute because we're having a lot of growth.
Just like the Treasure Valley, the Magic Valley is seeing some pretty rapid growth.
Rock Creek Fire District in Kimberly is also going to the taxpayers. Chief Aaron Zent says property owners would pay $82 per $100,000 each year for 2 years.
Potentially, if this levy doesn't pass, we'll be looking at reduction in services and potentially reduction in force.
All 3 districts tried to pass similar levies in May and failed. The chiefs say trying again is their only option outside of changes to the state's funding model if they want to adequately serve their communities.
Our growth continues to outpace the income that we have.
We're not trying to get rich. We're not trying to do anything. We just want to grow with the community like our budget used to do.
Tominski says Star and Middleton have several outreach classes later this month. People who go will learn about property taxes and how the district's budget works. Zent says voters in Twin and Cassia County should reach out to the Rock Creek district directly if they have any questions about their levy. Ryan.
Okay, so what percentage of the vote is needed to pass these levies?
Rock Creek needs a simple majority, so 50% plus 1 vote. And since it's permanent Star in Middleton, they need 2/3 of the vote. If that passes, the amount property owners would likely go down each year as more people move to the area.
That 2/3 majority always seems to be a tough barrier to reach for these levies. In this past legislative session, by the way, lawmakers had a chance to make EMS an essential service, thus opening them up for funding, state funding. Well, it passed the Senate, but never made it out of the House State Affairs Committee. Thanks, Abby.